Presidential election due on 28 September. Speaker to make special revelation. Prasana prevents plan to inconvenience the government. Rajapaksas sabotage cope too. SLPP attempts go waste. There are no returns.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Presidential election due on 28 September. The dialogue on which election takes place first gained momentum with the arrival of Basil. He pressurised President Ranil to hold a general election first. Basil elaborated on that in an interview with Sirasa. In the meantime, Gamampila said the Rajapaksas are finding a presidential election unpalatable to them without even having a candidate of their own. So, they are demanding a general election to get some 20 to 25 seats at most, said Gamampila at a media briefing yesterday. GL, who is now with the SJB, said the presidential polls cannot be put off by holding a general election first. He told journalists that the election should definitely be held on time. Scotching rumours. Ranil told the cabinet to prepare for a presidential election and even briefed the UNP Management Committee about that. He told Wajira and Ravi K to speed up work on a new alliance in time for the election brought forward by a week, and now tipped to be held on 28 September, a Saturday. Ravi K has been given the coordination part with the North and the East. He is due to leave for Jaffna within days. Also, Ruwan, Sagala, Akila, Harin and Manusha have been given responsibilities targeting the election. However, Basil and Namal have not given up yet, telling Ranil that they would take a strong decision if a general election is not held after dissolving Parliament in April. Mahinda, too, is now featuring in the game. He has summoned Ranil's cronies and tried to brainwash them. A closest relative of his was told, "Ranil is unlikely to win even with our support. The JVP is leading. The best thing for him is to unite with Sajith. Getting a few SJB MPs to support will not do, or else he should hold a general election soon. If that happens, we can get together and win the presidential election. Or else both Ranil and we will be ruined." But Ranil has already taken his decision. He will play it differently if Rajapaksas are not with him. Except for a few, almost all in the SLPP are now with him. So Rajapaksas will have to decide if they want to create unwarranted trouble for themselves at this stage. Speaker to make special revelation. The no-faith motion moved against Speaker Mahinda Yapa is to be debated today and tomorrow. With the opposition demanding 3 days, the Speaker himself said even 1 month of debate will be okay with him. This debate is related to Tiran too because the Speaker is accused of endorsing his online safety bill in violation of a Supreme Court verdict. Tiran told Mahinda Yapa that he had planned to go abroad for about a week from the 18th. The Speaker replied to him that it would be okay and to go ahead with his plan. But Tiran said he would put it off. Parliament sources said the Speaker seems confident the motion against him would be defeated. A vote is due at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. In the meantime, it is reported that Mahinda Yapa is going to make a special revelation during the debate. Since standing orders do not permit him to take part in the debate, he will make a special statement with regard to politicians who had told him to obtain the presidency in violation of the constitution during Aragalaya. Both the opposition and the government are seeking the support of rival MPs in this motion. Even a crossover is likely. The wait is not too long, it is until tomorrow only. Prasana prevents plan to inconvenience the government. Both Minister Prasana and Lanka are back home from their trips abroad. Prasana got to work by suspending annual transfers of health workers in the Western Province. That was after around 300 hospital workers met him at his ministry and made their case against unsystematic transfers. Immediately, he telephoned Provincial Governor Gunatilaka, met him with the workers and explained matters to him. However, the Provincial Health Secretary said union requests were considered when deciding the transfers. Prasana told him that certain unions were creating clashes between workers and officials to inconvenience the government. At Prasana's request, the governor instructed the health secretary to redo the transfers after considering the opinions of the workers. Thereafter, the minister met the workers at the ground floor of the provincial council building and asked them not to be deceived by conspiracies by certain unions. Whatever it is, unions make a considerable impact in shaping the political opinion. At the same time, they have their personal agendas as well. Rajapaksas sabotage COPE too. SJB's Iran resigned from COPE in protest against the appointment of unsuitable members to the committee. Speaking to the media at the opposition leader's office, he said it was bad that COPE members face accusations over financial and other matters. It will lose citizens' faith in Parliament, he noted in his resignation letter sent to the Speaker. People believed COPE to be doing a good job by inquiring into finances of state agencies, but, just like in everything else, Rajapaksas sabotaged it too in the end, the opposition says. Rajapaksas started it by appointing Basil's crony Ranjith Bandara as its chairman. He acted in a biased manner, especially at the inquiry against Sri Lanka cricket. Anyway, he was an educated man. But Abeguna the uneducated Rajapaksa henchman also accused of various irregularities, is heading it now, it is said. Looks like unions in the Auditor General's department are planning to boycott COPE meetings in protest against his appointment. NPP's Vijitha Herath too launched a scathing attack against Abeguna. The latter said he would take legal action against the NPP MP over his references to him at a meeting with IMF officials. He challenged him to prove before courts that he was a thief and said he would send him a letter of demand. Lanka, too, took Abeguna appointment to task, accusing Basil of ruining Ranil's chances. He spoke to Presidential Secretariat officials on that before departing for Australia. Posts in social media blame Ranil over the appointment. But it is Parliament which appoints the COPE chairman. SLPP attempts go waste. There are no returns. The SLPP headquarters is giving call after call to its dissident MPs who are now with the Lanka faction. A trio from Kigali and Batikaloa are the latest to receive such calls. They were just asked to have talks, with the request coming from a top party figure. But none responded positively. So they are to be approached in a different way now. That means Rajapaksas are trying to rise up again. That is politics. Politicians always try their level best to either gain or keep power. They have the right to play any game within the democratic space. The decider in the end are the people. The big question here is if they are in clear understanding of their decisive role. That very lack of understanding is used by politicians against the people. That's it for today.